There's that amazing scene where where he exposes himself, but he puts like 2 fingers down there, maybe.
Oh yeah.
That's quite clever how he did that. Like it just does a quick flash, because no one knows whether he did or didn't expose himself. Yeah. So yeah.
And you do not want us exposing ourselves.
Yeah.
That was a Ghostbusters reference.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, very confused film. Some terrible dialogue in it. Like there's a really awkward scene where he's at like a party. It's Thanksgiving and his wife's there, and his wife like comes out with a knife, and he goes and she's like gonna kill her, and he goes, "You want some death? How want some death?" Then he like rips his shirt open. He's like, "Nah," and like it's really weird. Do you know that the real Jim Morrison apparently stank because he didn't wash and he wore those leather pants constantly? Oh. They were the same pair.
Really?
Yeah, like there's famous stories of people being literally unable to be in the studio with him at the same time because his pants stank so poorly. Because you think about it, it's leather in it, and if you're sweating in it, it's going to stink. And if you never change your trousers, you never change them, like he'd wear the same pair for weeks on end. But yeah.
But when you hear stories like, from my random sock where he got really fat and got a big beard, didn't he? And
well, that was more. That was LA Woman. Like if you look at there's a cover of Morrison Hotel.
Oh, it looks awful.
Clean shaven and an LA Woman.
And the beard covers it up.
Yeah.
But like he started getting fat around the time of the Soft Parade.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not huge. Like everyone is huge around end of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they could have done so many interesting things. They could have talked about like why he got fat and why he must have had like his self-loathing and like.
That's
all
the
that
problem with the film. It's just a standard retelling of the story. Everybody knows the story of Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything with it.
What it does is it mythologizes it further.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it worse.
Yeah. It's a well-made film and it's entertaining. Like it goes past pretty quick because Oliver Stone, as I say, he's an able filmmaker. He's able to take anything really, and because of his craft, he can make it into sort of really entertaining films. The problem is just the content isn't very good.
Yeah.
Because he's a crazy man. Like I told you, didn't I? That basically I've got this film. I watched it because I bought the Oliver Stone box set, which is a DVD box set that was released a few years ago that sort of chronicles quite a lot of his career. It's like everything up until that terrible Alexander. You don't get Alexander in it. Bizarrely, you don't get Alexander, but you get a making of DVD.
Think it was released to promote Alexander?
Probably, yeah. I bought this box set for £1.25 in a store called That's Entertainment because it was missing the terrible film Wall Street.
Oh yeah.
Wall Street's the funniest one in terms of how how his films are really unsubtle.
Yeah.
Like the famous one is in Platoon where he gets shot and he goes and it's like Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Wall Street has a little bit where Charlie Sheen, like he's torn between like whether to go with his like father who's a union worker or to go with Gordon Gekko who's a stockbroker, and it literally he's on a balcony and it cuts to him and it's like a close up and he goes, "Who am I?" Just like that because it's Charlie Sheen saying it.
Who am I?
Who am I? Oh, it's so stupid. But yeah, his best film actually is his debut, Salvador.
Oh yeah.
Because it was made in a smaller budget and he wasn't insane at that point, or didn't have like the money to release his crazy vision.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty ironic really that he made Platoon and like that was a massive hit and he won like the Oscar for Best Director and he won Best Picture and he won all this acclaim, and that's sort of at the point where he made Wall Street, where he like just got really indulgent.
I've not seen many Oliver Stone films.
I've seen a few.
I've seen The Doors. I've seen half an hour of W.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That film is just dreadful.
So I can't really comment on him as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
Because I've only seen like one of his films basically.
You've never seen Platoon?
I've not seen Platoon.
Platoon's worth watching. Platoon's pretty good. It's really well made again and it's got some great action scenes in it. It's not very subtle.
But it's like, haven't we done Vietnam before?
It's nowhere near as good as Apocalypse Now.
Or Full Metal Jacket.
I think it's better than Full Metal Jacket.
Okay. Or by my personal favourite, Deer Hunter.
I like the Deer Hunter. It's a different take on those films is the thing though. It does actually have something new to say. Because he was a veteran then.
I know that one, yeah.
So what happens is it starts on his first day there and it ends when he goes home.
Okay.
So it has nothing to do with sort of like the home life, and it's not like Apocalypse Now. It's about the psychological torment. It's literally
impressionistic.
Yeah, it's literally just it's like this is what it was like there. It's that kind of film. It's got nothing again. It's a really good film about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Which there's a really good Vietnam film actually. It's completely off topic. It was made in the 90s. It's not really. It's called Dead Presidents, and it's about these. It's about like it's by the guys who made Menace to Society.
Oh yeah.
And it's about sort of underprivileged black people who get sent off to Vietnam. And it's told from that point of view.
Okay.
It's like a really ambitious film because the beginning is sort of about ghetto life, then it's about Vietnam, then it's about them being able to survive and back, then it's a heist film, then it's a fall of a gang film.
How long is this film?
It's only about 2 hours.
Really?
Yes, you should watch. Dead Presidents is a great film. It's real underrated.
Okay.
It's like just this crazy ambitious sort of 90s film. But anyway, The Doors.
Back on topic.
Back on topic, The Doors. Great performances as well. I thought I actually liked Kyle MacLachlan as Ray Manziak, whatever it's called.
Ray Manzarek. He looks like him.
He looks like him, which is a fault of the film because every time I saw him, he's a ridiculous looking man with that sort of crazy hairdo. And
I also remember about the film as well. It's how it made John Densmore into an arsehole.
Yeah, they do. He constantly just criticises.
He constantly whines and criticises. Yeah, it's like that's a bit weird. If I was John Densmore, I'd be pretty pissed.
Yeah. They even make him played by Kevin Dillon, which is it's like can we get Matt Dillon? No,
no.
Kevin Dillon
will get Kevin instead.
Yeah, from Entourage.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, John Densmore's an arsehole in the film.
That's also one of the other things I remember thinking about that seems a bit unfair.
Yeah.
It's like, you are hating on Jim. Ooh, we hate you.
Yeah.
It's like if we made, I don't know, like a biopic about Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
And like his back, one of it, like the drummer in his back, man's like, "Oh Elvis, man, you're rubbish. You're so outdated. You're not relevant anymore."
No. What I would like to see...
I'm surprised they've never done an Elvis biopic.
I just thought they would have done by now.
But like a big one, like not like a crappy TV movie, but like an actual film.
There's a really acclaimed John Carpenter one, where Kurt Russell plays Elvis. It was It's called Elvis.
Right.
It's really like that's meant to be a great film because Kurt Russell's amazing apparently. Kurt Russell plays Elvis, and it's a TV movie because it's like 4 hours long.
Okay.
But it's John Carpenter and it's really acclaimed. It's like a passion project by John Carpenter. But that's meant to be a really good film. And why don't they make more like biopics of more interesting artists? I'd love to see a Neil Young one. It'd be like 8 hours long, and it'd be about like it'd be the search of an arsehole to find higher audio quality.
See, in my opinion, with biopics, I think it's maybe a smarter idea to pick like one era.
Yeah.
For that person's life as opposed to trying to like the whole.
Yeah.
Like I remember being a little bit disappointed, when Clint Eastwood. I'm not seeing the film. I don't really care about seeing it, but I like the idea of Morgan Freeman playing Nelson Mandela.
Oh yeah.
And I remember being really disappointed that when it finally happened, it was in Invictus.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's about the World Cup in South Africa. Oh.
Ironically, he actually made one of the best biopics ever made, did Clint Eastwood, Bird.
Alright.
Bird about Charlie, what's it called? Charlie Bird Walker, is it? Something? He was a jazz musician, because Clint Eastwood loves jazz, and like his love of it comes off the screen, and Forrest Whitaker's amazing as Bird. It's an incredible film as Bird. If you want a great music biopic, watch Bird.
I really like I'm Not There.
I'm Not There is great, yeah.
I really like I'm Not There.
There are some great ones.
Yeah, there are some, but the problem with biopics, I think I mentioned this before, where it's like, they end up just descending into just being just a boring retelling of the life. Yeah. Which, like, I don't know, like the Chaplin film starring Robert Downey Jr. is a good example of that, where it's so boring. Yeah. It's like, it's just boring. There's nothing, like, to care about, Yeah. Richard Attenborough just sort of...
Yeah, but that's because of the filmmaker, isn't it?
It's almost like he's falling asleep at the camera.
Yeah. There are some good ones, like, what was it now? Have you ever heard... Do you know the guy who makes... I'm Not There has made loads of music biopics, right? And the most interesting one, I've not seen it, is... Have you heard of the Karen Carpenter story?
No.
Oh, the premise is amazing, right? Do you know how she died of bulimia?
I never know who she is.
Karen Carpenter from The Carpenters.
Oh, right, okay.
Who died of bulimia. She had an eating disorder. She starved to death.
I didn't even know that.
Well, she starved to death, and what it does is that the characters are played by Barbie dolls.
Oh.
So it's like a comment on sort of, you know, manufactured pop music, and they are literally Barbie dolls with voiceover.
Cool.
It's he's a great music biopic director, is Todd Haynes. But yeah, but The Doors is not a good biopic. As I say, it's enjoyable, and you know, like it's impressive the scope of the film and the fact that he was managed to get all these extras in one place and stuff. It's just pointless, really. I mean, read one of the many biopics on biographies on Jim Morrison.
Or read the linear notes in the Doors remix CDs.
Yeah.
It's about as exciting as watching the film.
The film is also very pro sort of like his. I don't know whether it's pro his lifestyle because it doesn't even show him dying really.
No, it doesn't, does it?
He just, you know, he's just dead in the bathtub. It also is one of them films that's really annoying because it makes it seem like he knew he was going to die.
Oh, right.
I hate it when they do that, where it's like they're preparing to die. It's just stupid. He obviously didn't know he was going to Paris and was going to die in an overdose. So.
I'll see you later, guys.
Yeah.
See you in a bit. He never comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really... The only one that does that well is Malcolm X, the Spike Lee film.
Seen that.
Because he actually was constantly threatened to be killed.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he would know he was going to die, and it was really existential. But Malcolm X is a great film. But yeah, don't watch The Doors. The Doors is pretty bad.